Welcome to the Steamforged Games first playthrough of Resident Evil the board game. I'm here with Chynna and Jamie, and we're going to be taking you through a playthrough of our new game. So, I know you guys are relatively new, well, you're certainly very new, and I know, Jamie, you're a veteran of Resident Evil.
Yeah,
so
and you're going to be here to sort my rules out.
that's the cunning plan. So we're going to just quickly start off with, and I'll explain what the scenario is, and I'll explain it through for everybody. So we are here, obviously you're playing as Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, and I am, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Barry Burton, because I couldn't be any other character. And our objective is to get into this room here.
Okay.
So in order to do that, though, we'll see that this door is actually locked. There's a puzzle, which is one of the new mechanics for Resident Evil that we haven't seen before. So to start off with, I'll explain how that's going to work, so we understand. So Jamie, if you could grab these cards here, and don't look at them, keep them face down, and just shuffle them, and then put them out in a row along here. So this is effectively, imagining the game, we've kind of found a row of blank crests, sort of plates on the wall. Now, we have a row of which ones they are, and one of them we'll just discard at this point. So out here somewhere are switches to enable these to turn on.
Okay.
The interesting part is we don't know which ones we need to push. So we don't necessarily need to do a sequence for this particular puzzle, but we do need to make sure that we don't press the one that isn't there, because that will reset the entire sequence and shuffle the deck again.
Okay.
So that's going to be entertaining.
Right.
There is one objective out here somewhere, although we don't know where, because obviously a part of what this game really brings is the part where we explore out on the map and we can't really plan our moves as much. This will actually give us an actual glimpse to look at what the order is, so we know. So it's probably worth us finding that, but if you're feeling daring, Jamie,
just go. You can just go press all the buttons.
You can just go crazy, start pushing buttons, but just be wary if you do one and it's not there, then you'll reset the whole thing. So just,
first time can't hurt.
Right, exactly. So it's up to us to stop him doing that. Okay, so sorry, you can say?
I was just going to say, so that's like a big thing that's different, isn't it, for this? Obviously, the map isn't visible from the
so one of the big, we'll talk through the various different changes as we go, but the two immediate big ones that most veterans of Resident Evil will be aware of is the first one is exploration works slightly differently. This isn't our entire map, unsurprisingly. We're going exploring off the map and sort of stepping into the unknown.
Hence doors.
Exactly it. Now this obviously brings certain challenges to us. For a start, other than this typewriter here, we don't know where the next typewriters are going to be, so we're going to have an interesting time trying to reset things. The other one is obviously we can't plan our missions so much, so we can't just work out what this sequence is here and then go, right, so that one's there, that one's there, you go there. So we're going to have to work out as we go. The other one is these tokens here. So this is something which is slightly similar to what veterans will experience already, in the sense that every room that is color-coded, so we have a level of cards, a level of a danger threat level that's in these rooms. But instead of having them on a table, which we had before, where you roll an encounter table, instead you're drawing cards from this deck here, the encounter deck.
Right.
So, and just to give you a bit more context, as the actual campaign plays out, decisions that players make will change what the contents of this card deck are. So if we leave lots of corpses behind, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, then you'll get more Crimson Heads. If you progress later on in the game and there are hunters sort of lurking in the shadows, there'll suddenly start being hunter cards in here. So we need to think very carefully about how we want to manage this going forward in a campaign setting. As it is, we're going to one-shot this anyway, obviously, because we're only here for the one session. So feel free to leave as many bodies behind as you want to without burning them.
Corpses.
If you would like to, but they'll probably literally come back to bite us if we don't do it properly. So. And with that said, do you want me to go first, or I can talk you guys? In fact, let's talk you, Chynna, through your turns. You want to go first?
As if I've,
Well, you're the new player, so I can explain it through to you as we go.
Sure. Okay.
So, a player's phase is made up into, a player's turn is made up into 3 phases. The first one is the action phase. That's when you move around, you attack things, you open doors, you search for items, that sort of stuff. You can do up to 4 actions in this turn, in this phase, and they are as simple as, for example, move. So that's 1 action. You can do an action as many times as you want, obviously up to 4. You don't necessarily have to, I can only move once or I can only attack once. So you could move 4 times if you wanted to,
Makes sense.
But you couldn't move 4 times and then open a door.
Okay, cool.
So, over to you.
So I'm very curious about what this is already.
Well, let's find out.
So I think I'm going to head that way, so I'll walk for 1 and then I need to open the door, don't I?
I'll save you leaning
over.
over.
Be a bit easier when she gets closer to me.
So that's 2.
And then 3.
Okay, so exactly it. So now as soon as first thing we've done is we moved into this, so we remove this token, goes over that, and then you're going to draw 2 cards, because that's what was on the symbol, from this deck here, and see what's waiting for you.
Ugh. A zombie. Shocking.
Okay, so Jamie, you can pass me a zombie, that'd be super useful. Fantastic.
Okay.
So first zombie, and your second card.
Cool. I have a feeling I'm standing right on top of where this is going to...
That's okay, it's only if they never... Oh no, it's okay.
Ah, empty. Okay,
There you
great.
go.
I got that.
Only one zombie
Easy.
for the time being. So enemies would never spawn on your square unless there's no way they could actually spawn in this
okay.
square here.
Cool.
So you're okay.
Cool.
So that's
Not
1,
gonna
2,
drop
3.
on my head.
Yeah, you're all good. Not yet.
Okay.
Cue ominous sound.
Yep.
We're going to go for that. So over to you. You've got 1 action left.
I think I will. I might have a go at shooting it.
Well, unfortunately, so draw line of sight. You
Oh,
need to
yeah,
cross
I'm
over from the
over
centre
the
of your
corner.
square
Oh,
and the
yeah.
centre of its square
Yeah.
without crossing over a corner or a wall. Unfortunately, that was going to
So, but it's possibly going to move towards me, isn't it? So I think I might just take a step back then,
That's a good plan.
essentially.
Okay,
so that's
cool.
me done.
So that's the end of your action phase.
Yep.
The next done is the reaction phase. So enemies don't get their own turn in Resident Evil. What they do have is their own phase where they can they react to anybody who's nearby.
Yes.
So in this one, any enemy who's on the same or an adjacent, or a linked tile to yours will then perform what's called a reaction.
Yep.
If they're in range to attack you, they will. If they're not, then they'll lurch closer. They'll come forward. So looking at the zombie card, as we can see here, and I'll just bring this over for you. A zombie's speed is 1,
Yep.
so that's what it can do. Its attack is range 0, i.e. in the same square. So in this case, the zombie's going to go onto there.
Yeah.
There are no other enemies, if I'll leave that there for you. There are no other enemies within earshot. They don't know we're here, they don't know you're there more precisely, so we're okay for the moment.
Cool.
In the last phase, we draw from the tension deck.
Dun, dun, dun.
Aptly named, I'm sure.
Well, we'll find out. Go to you, Chynna-Blue.
Okay, good. That seems like a good result. So I'll read the text.
In your best sinister voice.
No pressure. Fatigue burns hard, your muscles complaining as much as your frayed nerves about this long night of sustained horror. But for a moment at least, you found respite. Blessed pause to calm your nerves and consider your next move.
Okay.
Okay, so we're all
Good,
good?
Yeah. One thing I've also just something dawned upon me looking at this place here is we haven't done is we haven't talked about kerosene yet, which is another mechanic.
Kerosene.
So let's quickly touch on that now. So each character, if we look at a character's card, has a series of different stats here. So your first one is your evade score, the next one is your size of your inventory, and the last one is how much kerosene you can have.
Yeah.
Kerosene's a really useful thing in this game, obviously, because we need to burn bodies. Unlike other Resident Evil games, if an enemy is down and becomes a corpse, it may well stand up again. There's a lot more focus on this than what we've seen in previous games.
Okay.
So each character, in addition to their normal skills and abilities and what items they have and other stuff like that, also has a different kerosene stat representing how much they actually can carry around with them.
Okay.
So you can carry 3, so I'll just quickly give you 3 of these tokens.
Cool.
I can only carry 2 because Barry has similarly got a hip flask or something, he's not able to do things.
I've got 4.
4.
Four.
This is useful for you, Chris, because you actually have the lighter as well. So, crucial point, kerosene, interesting substance. You can't actually do much with it unless you have a light source.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
so-
that feels like a potential.
Yeah, so we kind of need Chris to help us out a little bit with
Right.
this, unless we find our own lighters.
Okay.
Or a flamethrower. Also. So, that's a tension phase over for you, Jonah. So now we move back around to you, Jamie.
Right, I am gonna move,
Yep.
open this door.
I'm being abandoned.
2, 3. I don't want it to come through, so I'm gonna shut this door after me.
Really good shout. So now we move into the reaction phase, and as we've already said, so only enemies on the same tile as Jamie will do any reaction, or one linked to Jamie's tile. So if this door was open, then the zombie would be able to hear and hear the
so
echoes
they'd
of what
shut the
Jamie's
door.
doing, so it would react and then thus move towards you. Because Jamie shut this door, that zombie is no longer part of the sort of active tile, as it were.
Sure.
So we don't necessarily need to worry about that. So really good. But you do need to draw from one of these.
Thank you. For
Dun
that.
dun dun.
Sorry, I'll shut the door in a minute.
Sounds outside.
Ooh.
Groans echo through the open windows, and hands clutch at the glass. Lay low until they're gone. If this character leaves their current tile during their next turn, they must draw 2 extra cards in the next tension phase.
Okay, so let's
Do
put
you want to
those.
put that to one side?
Let's just put that
it
in front of you so you can see that's what's happening. I guess he's heard the sounds of you and the zombie. Okay, my turn. So let's just make life a little bit easier and save us all trying to We'll do a series of closing doors for you, Chynna. So
Thank you.
we'll go over to there. 1, 2 to shut the door. 3, I'm going to go to here. And then 4, open the door.
I like how we all had a conversation about how we were going to split up.
Yeah.
Well, it's part of Resident Evil is that sense of exploring on your own. But the other thing we all need to be aware of is this is our timer. If this runs out, it's game over. We do need to reset this by using typewriters and other different bits and pieces. Yeah, ink ribbons, and obviously we have 2 here. But that as soon as we use that typewriter, we're discarding it.
Oh.
So if we have to reset after using that one there, and we're probably not going to use it straight away anyway, we probably want to find another one.
Yes.
And also, ultimately, we need to find out how we unlock this puzzle.
Yeah.
So, as my turnover, there is no reaction for the time being. It's pretty good. Let's draw a card.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are the footsteps you hear at the edge of earshot another survivor, or do they belong to something else entirely? Regardless, one thing is clear. If you can hear them, they can hear you too.
Oh,
It was all clear.
there's a symbol.
There is a symbol. Now, this is worth us mentioning here, actually. So one of the changes that we have in Resident Evil, well, we changed from Resident Evil 2 to 3 and carries on in this game, is enemies have special attacks.
Right.
When an enemy does its attack as part of its reaction, if the symbol on the bottom of the tension card matches the one on their attack, like the zombie here,
Oh, perfect.
it will do that attack in the reaction phase instead of their normal one.
Okay, so this is about to be bad for me.
It's not about to be bad for you. That zombie may not be in range to attack you. It might be dead. It
Right.
does change possibly your decision making now.
Cool.
Good luck.
Thanks. Okay, so if I move into the same square as it, I'm going to then have to roll to evade if I want to get past it, aren't
Yes,
I?
moving in is okay, but if you then do an action
Try
while
and
you're in the
get
same
past.
zone, same square as it, then yes.
Okay. I think my personal reaction in this situation would be probably to fire at it without thinking, so I think that's what I'm going to have a go at doing. So I've got the handgun, and I would have one.
Let me talk you through how that works.
Yep.
So, obviously, don't expect the new player to know all the rules.
Yep.
So, the handgun, if we have a quick look at it, I'll grab this one here, they're all the same. So, it starts off with 15 bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, one thing that's really crucial to understand with Resident Evil is it is a resource management game.
Yes.
If you try to kill every enemy you see, you will run out of bullets and be very sad very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of times you hit an enemy and it's a zombie, it doesn't care. so when you're making an attack, just bear that in mind. Now, the first one is your range, and it's
Yes.
line of sight. So as long as you
I'm
can
in,
see the
yeah.
enemy, you can do. The second one is the attack dice that you roll when you make an attack with it. So that's 1 blue here. The next one, these 2 are the actual effects you roll. So if you were to roll one of those, then you would push the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll one of those, i.e. one of these, then you would do 1 damage to the enemy, which we can see here in the zombie's case is 1. So it
Yes.
would kill it. This rule down here is worth mentioning for the handgun.
Yep.
This is the rapid fire rule. This means when you make an attack with this weapon, you can choose up to 3 bullets with what you're firing, because we also have ammunition dials, and you roll a dice for each bullet you roll. So that's quite unique. Most weapons normally just have a profile where it's like you roll this many dice.
Okay, so it's
Handgun.
up to 3
Up
as
to
well.
3. So,
Okay, so I
you
could
could do
choose
1,
to do
you could do
2.
2, you could be a cowboy and shoot all 3.
Okay, well, we'll do 2, I think, because I feel committed
Very sensible.
now.
Okay,
Yeah,
so in
so-
which case, reduce your dial by 2.
Yeah, I'll do that first. That way, so that puts me at 13, because
Yep.
it's start on 15,
Okay,
and hopefully this is a hit.
okay.
Okay.
It's a double push. So
Cool.
that means those results are cumulative. So
Mhm.
you could push it 2 squares, and you can go back that way. You could move it. You can do a little jig. You can push it up to 1, whichever way you want to.
If I move it that way, then that's going to get it slightly out of my way, isn't it?
And then you can run away.
Okay, and I've only had 1 so far.
Yeah, that only
so-
costs 1 action, even though you
Yep.
use 2 bullets.
So I've got 2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
I'm over here. Cool.
Yeah.
Then reaction, right?
Now reaction phase.
Yes.
So, in which case the zombie, its range is 1 on this, so it
Yep.
still can't attack you because you're not in adjacent, so
Mhm.
it'll move 1 square towards you.
Yeah. See how I did that? Really?
Very, very sensible. I liked it. It was good. Nicely de-risked as well. I might have moved in and tried the sort of pushing it behind me that way, but I like the way you shot it from distance. Good. Tension
This
cover.
is how the non-pros do things.
No, not especially. This is the safe way of doing things.
Okay, there we go. All clear. So,
Oh, we're going to read every time.
um,
Or have you got the same?
this is a different one.
Oh,
Different text.
then go
come
away.
on, all appears safe, but you don't dare relax. In this haunted nightmare, the slightest lapse of concentration can lead to an untimely demise. If you're to make it out alive, you need to keep moving and stay on your toes. Anything can change in a split second, even in a quiet place like this.
Exactly.
So, thank you. Cool.
I like how upbeat you sounded for that. It was good.
I know, sorry.
I don't know. Right, Jamie.
Right, I am gonna just make some moves. So 1, 2, 3, and then interact with this search.
Yeah, Jamie currently is listening to the safe room music. It's quite nice where
it's
Jamie
nice,
is. It's
chill.
Yeah. So you need an item A card, which
Yes,
is over here.
please.
So to you. What have you found, sir?
I have found handgun magazine. Increase the character's handgun ammunition dial by 8 points if I use that item.
Oh, nice.
And I have 2 spaces left in my inventory.
Cool.
Good times.
Well, that's me. I am not
reaction.
moving outside, so sounds outside doesn't take any effect.
Good.
No one can react. So, deathly rasp. A sinister growl echoes from the walls, dripping with malicious intent. But where is it coming from? Are you under attack? Draw an encounter card.
It's one of these.
In
Good
the
luck,
save
Jamie.
room.
Is it safe?
Spawn 1 corpse. At the end of this character's tension phase, replace each corpse on this tile with a zombie.
Oh dear. So there's a corpse that you didn't notice in that corner there.
Mm-hmm.
It now comes to the end of your tension phase. So unfortunately, that's going to be a very quick turnaround. You literally just noticed a corpse, probably because it started moving.
Yeah.
You need a
Oh,
zombie.
yeah.
Remember that safe room we talked
Oh,
about?
look, it's blocking the door.
Yeah. Remember that safe room we
shoot it.
talked about? Not so safe.
Yeah.
So safe.
Okay.
That's me done though.
Well, in which case I'm going to step forward through this door, and that gives us a good opportunity to have a look at how the new exploration mechanic
Oh,
works.
cool.
And possibly move the cards around. Let's see what happens. So this, if I quickly look at here, is door 2. So if I'm moving through, I find the corresponding card, which is this one here. And I actually put down these. So that's going to move you through here, and it requires me to put down one of these and one of these. So we now know that's what lays beyond, or lies beyond, I should say.
See how it corresponds, can't you?
Absolutely. So I'm just going to quickly drop some of the other bits down here, because these ones both are require those cards to be on them, and we have a few doors as
Oh,
well.
1 card. I had 2 before.
Quickly, yes I do. We have that one there, that one there, door here. So we can see there's a few different places we could go off of this way, and one corridor over here.
Interesting.
Now, what's slightly unfortunate for this is I've just stepped into one of these rooms, so I need to draw a card, much like Jamie has been doing.
Oh, I've mixed up the decks.
Yeah, it's just threw me completely, Jamie. Spawn 2 corpses.
Okay.
So something. This is the point where the Resident Evil equivalent of something bad happened here. So
Conveniently blocking the path out.
it's almost like we designed it that way.
That's nervous.
But Barry looks at the situation and says, "What the hell is this?" And then pretty much carries on moving. It's a terrible impression, by the way. So I've got 1, 2. I'm just going to run straight through the corpses because I'm Barry and I do not care. So when you end an action in the same square as any corpses, you roll this dice here. If you roll an umbrella, the corpses stand up. Let's hope I don't. All good.
Nice. Couldn't have been further away from an umbrella.
Barry does not care about corpses. Or alternatively, he's really good at tiptoeing. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to here.
Okay.
So no enemies for me, although I did forget to open that, shut that door, but we'll see what happens. All clear. In times to come, this evening will define you. How you overcame the challenges ahead. How you defeated your enemies. How you triumphed and solved this mystery. Don't let this beat you. You will make it out alive. You must survive. We have a special effect here for this one. Won't affect the zombie because it doesn't match the special attack symbol on the zombie's card.
Okay.
Let's just hope we don't meet any zombie dogs.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Over to me.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, well, just because I think I'm going to vamoose out of this
Okay,
room.
I'll just move this out of the way then.
So I will open that door.
So here we go, quick
Door
look.
1.
I'll get ready on the card.
Yeah, and then we're going to explore into here.
Number 7.
And hopefully not full of encounters, because I don't think you can renege once you've decided to go in somewhere, can you?
No, not so much. Am I correct about that? It is 2-7. Okay, so that's actually that way around. So you have discovered it's pretty good.
Okay.
You found a locked door though.
Oh.
You may have found a dead end, although you found one of the crests. We have our first crest symbol.
Ah, nice.
This is good.
Cool.
You are placed on here, so you are going to have to deal with that in a moment, but we'll get there in a moment. In the meantime,
So that was open and move in, wasn't it? So that's
Two.
2 so far. What I do need, when I can find it, is a door lock. Sword key.
a key.
Yep, that's locked by the sword key. There's an item A at the end of that corridor as well. And then you have found our first crest. One of those.
Right.
The bad part about that, it's a slightly ominous room. So just quick thing, when you're putting down tiles, it doesn't matter what artwork you choose.
Yeah.
They're all identical. On some of them there will be printed walls, but obviously that will be something where it's actually indicated on the map.
Sure.
But that's really for
Sorry,
everybody
I'm
at home watching versus anything else.
Taking a second to look at how, like, it's suddenly gotten much bigger and there's suddenly doors everywhere.
Well, now we're starting to see what the map looks like.
Yeah,
Still haven't found that extra typewriter we might need. So,
no, but a lot of, like, different ways we could go. Me, probably this way.
yes.
Do we need to resolve
We do
that?
indeed,
Yeah.
yes. So that's now going to pass off. There you go. Good luck.
Please not be a dog. Oh, okay. A grave wind chases you through the halls and rooms, a constant reminder of the stormy weather outside. Doors creak open on rusty hinges where the draft meets resistance, the sound carried eerily through the air. Locate the closest tile that contains an enemy and one or more closed doors. Open all unlocked doors on the tile.
Now, that's going to open that, which isn't an immediate disaster because you can still shut the door here. It does mean that now is connected to me, which is not the best.
Right.
We'll also have to see what that works out.
Okay, I've got
Okay.
2 actions left, I think, haven't I? So I'm just
Yes.
gonna shove that behind me.
Jill's good without that.
Yeah, and just take a little step forward, and yeah.
Good job.
all Good. Reaction phase.
Yeah, nothing going on here.
And then-
And there's your attention card.
Thank you. All clear. Yeah, I don't know if we've had this one before.
Oh, we'll
but,
find out.
yeah.
We haven't, but
You are much more good orator than me, I think,
fair
when it
enough.
comes to reading the cards.
it's okay. We'll leave that for the time being. I'm sure it will come back again.
Cool.
I'm going to start blasting.
Jamie's ready.
Three bullets.
This is the kind of behaviour we expected when
Boom!
you play through from before with gas.
Push.
So what
Yeah,
you
sorry,
rolled here is
rushing
obviously
ahead.
these two don't necessarily do anything
Mm-hmm.
because they're effectively hitting the enemy but not doing anything. This one, however, is a result.
Yep.
That one is a push on your handgun,
Push.
so you can push it in any direction.
Cool.
See you later,
Jamie
mate.
just pushes it out of the way.
1, 2, 3,
And now we are starting to explore.
4. I'm leaving.
Oh, bold. And
Get
we
out
can
of
look at that. That's number 8. You may have found the opposite side of the door to China. Let's find out. Not quite. So where are we? We're here. Oh no, you have. Give me a moment. Just going to quickly connect these in. So we have one here. And then you found these 2 rooms here.
Interesting.
Door there, the door over there.
Ah, that's what I'm looking at. Oh, door. That's good. Thank you very much. So on the good news, you found an item B.
Yes.
You've also found a very sinister looking room. And that is the, quickly looking at it, you found the sun card.
So I have to go in there at some point, so I might as well pick up.
Well, just before we get that far, so you've obviously
Yeah.
moved through on your 4th action. Not always the most advisable thing to have done. I'll just discard these. We don't necessarily need to worry about those too much anymore. Not always the most advisable thing because now you can't react to whatever you spawn in here because this was a
I'll be fine.
single card tile.
I'm gonna be fine. I believe it.
I have faith.
Spawn
Apparently, I
one.
was not. It was not
Spawn
sensible to do.
one zombie dog.
Oh, Cerberus! If you could pass me one of those, a dog of your choice.
How would you prefer to be eaten?
Yeah. How would you prefer to be dinner? Okay, so that's good. So,
It's all fine.
well, Jamie, you can
That is a
have
big
this.
dog, isn't it?
Yep,
It's a pretty scary creature.
So it moves. Its attack range is 0 for 1 bite, but it's not, and there's no symbol. So it moves 2 towards me, which
2?
is
They have twice as many legs, so they're twice as fast.
Oh, okay.
Sides.
Sure. I mean, I'm glad you're in there.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. So 1 and then 2. in
We've
which
also
case-
got an open door,
Yes, we do.
so let's move him forward.
It's good that you found that extra ammunition, isn't
It
it?
is.
Let's draw one of these and see if it gets worse.
No, we're all clear. However, this is a nightmare, is the last line. And it is.
So we do have one of those symbols in the next one, which will be my turn. If we encounter any zombies, it is going to be doing a special attack.
I'm enjoying life in this hallway.
Yeah, I can see why.
Nicely ensconced between my closed doors.
I can see you are.
Dodge, duck, dive and dodge my way out of this.
Okay, so my turn, and do you know, I don't necessarily know I really want to be going back to shut that door, tiptoeing past those corpses again. Not the best. What I might do is move through this way and explore out through there.
Yeah, because we've got this bit covered.
Hopefully so. And I'm Barry. You guys are good. You've got this.
Where's Barry?
Barry's wandered off to go and explore this particular wing of the mansion. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to open this door for one, and then I'm going to explore through. So let's see, what's that taking me to? That's taking me to card 4. One moment. One of those. Dum 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 dum. Spin that round. Oh, interesting. I've just found the moon crest, I think.
Oh, so now we've got 3.
Something like that.
Yep.
It's the perfect amount.
Forget the last one.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't need it.
Maybe, we'll find out.
We'll be fine.
I like your optimism. So, what do we got here? There's a slightly dangerous room with that moon crest by the looks of things. Not so good.
A B item.
Yep, flip those over. Doors always start shut for future reference. So need one of those. We do need one of those, and that's a sword key. Interesting. We don't find the sword key soon.
We are going to.
That's going to be a hindrance, I suspect. Well, it just means we've got to go up to this corridor here, but Chris is probably going to run off that way, looking a bit scared anyway, I suspect soon. And this room I've just stepped into actually is pretty good. There's no enemies here, so that feels pretty good. Cool. All right, we don't necessarily need, so I'll just put that down there. And that will stay for the time being. We'll just move these off to here, so we've kind of got track of them. I know you're going to try and build a map, Chynna, that's fine. Cool.
I just like how you can see how they...
Yeah, glued together. So that's 1, 2 to move through, 3, and then 4. I'm going to try and brave whatever's in this room, I think.
It's taking a leaf out of my book, just chilling in the corridor.
Well, I'm also in the sense that I've not actually shut any of these doors. So this zombie's going to react, come towards me in the reaction phase. Cool. Slightly unfortunate, but there we are. Because I've got this door open, and this door open now, thanks to the grave wind that swept through the mansion, through an open window or whatever. And then, tension deck time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fear, hunger, exhaustion, all are demons threatening to drag you down. But you won't let this evening be your last. Where another might find defeat, you only know resolve. I am a member of Stars, and I have a duty to perform.
I feel quite uplifted now.
That's just how Barry rolls.
That was an all clear, wasn't it?
It was indeed. That's just a Barry Burton kind of life style choice. We do have one of those, Jamie.
Yep.
Actually, no, it's not going to get around to you too much, so we're good for the moment.
Don't worry, I'll protect you from the.
Don't worry, I will protect you / hear the sounds of you being mauled to death from far away.
Okay, so I think I'm a little bit. Just basically need to continue creeping through this very creepy corridor. And go here, and then decide, oh, I can't do that. I could get that item next turn. But yeah, I think that's my 4, isn't it?
Well, there you go. So no reaction phase for you. It's not like Jamie, unfortunately, who has to do all this. So here's your tension deck card.
Hopefully it doesn't spoil anything, because I'm enjoying life in this very quiet hallway right now. Okay. So, Deepening Paranoia. You see movement from the corner of your eye, the shadows hiding enemies waiting to strike. If the next character is on the same tile at the start of their tension phase as they began their turn, they must draw 2 additional cards.
Good luck, Jamie.
You're having a bad time here, aren't you? Sorry.
Yeah, this is not going Chris's way.
We're just going to drop
thing is
Pop that over here.
yeah, the main thing, says Jill, is that I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to try and move away from this zombie dog, Cerberus. So I need to roll.
Yeah, so because you're performing an action in the same square as an enemy, it will try to attack you. It does what's called an out-of-sequence reaction, which is where it tries to make an attack. So just for the reference of this, and obviously this is not necessarily relevant, but if we did have that card on top, it would always do a basic attack, its first one.
Okay.
So in this case, it's just a range 0, just if it hits you, it does 1 damage. If you're basically looking to roll, because there's only one enemy in the same square as you, and it only is on a small base, any one of these symbols could work. So you could roll that, you could roll that, or you could roll that. If there are more enemies, it would reduce them down. And your evade score, looking at Chris's card, is 2. So good luck, Jamie. Nice work. If you'd failed, you'd take some damage and you would have not been able to move. But obviously, Chris is good at doing this part.
Fantastic. So
does that mean you can push it as well?
No, you have to get. If you get attacked and you get hit, you push it off you.
Okay.
Oh.
Just running away.
Because you have to get out of the tile.
Yes.
I mean, out of the frying pan and all that.
Yeah.
I do like your
I'd rather
style.
draw 3 and hope for lots of corpses than draw 3 tension cards, because that's bad for all of us.
Well, that's sure. There's a science there. I'm not sure it completely adds up, but we're going to go with it.
Yeah.
So, first one, Jamie.
An ominous feeling settles within you.
Oh, you can deal with that.
Immediately draw a tension card.
No, that's bad.
Then you better resolve that to start with.
All clear. We're good.
I do like that low growls torment you. Yes, you can hear them from where you run away. Is the opening line on that? Your next one.
1 zombie.
Okay. You are the necromancer, Lord of the Undead. So we go on the
Running.
closest spot. That's a crimson head. I don't think you want that one. You really don't want that one. So that zombie appears there. And then your last card.
Good. Very happy.
He says.
After resolving any other encounter cards, replace the closest corpse with a zombie.
Oh dear. Oh no, that's a typewriter.
Yep, 2 zombies coming up.
Closest corpse,
Singular.
so only one.
Oh, okay.
So one of these guys is going to stand up and start following me around.
It's a good thing you shut that door.
Yeah, right. So do you remember where I told you corpses
Always.
have more of an impact in this game?
Yeah.
So so that's not ideal.
Okay,
so
so-
that was your
Well,
full phase.
I missed my reaction phase out, didn't I?
No, because you just literally
that
walked
was-
into
that was
the room
the
there.
3, yeah,
so
yeah.
now we have a reaction phase. So this one is going to stagger closer. The Poochie is going to come a bit closer here, and this guy's going to stagger through in a sort of weird zombie conga line.
Yeah.
Fortunately, this door is locked, so it's not going to trigger any of the stuff here. That becomes a Barry-shaped problem. And then one of those.
Oh yeah. It's not over. I'm all clear,
Are you though?
and there's no symbols that's come up, so it's just regular attacks.
I do appreciate the light here. Soft light paints your surroundings. On any other night, in any other place, you might call the atmosphere relaxing. But not here, not now. This is a nightmare.
Yes.
I can't agree more.
Yeah. This is a nightmare.
I'm pretty apt.
Yes.
I am just going to dodge my way out of this.
Good luck.
Thanks.
In the
Appreciate
meantime, I'm not great at that dodging business. I am. Do I think I'm going to have to go back through that zombie anyway? So I might let it get a bit of a workout before I kill it, and just go off around this way. I think I will.
Love that confidence.
Yeah, right.
It's Barry.
It's Barry. You have to play a certain way if you're playing Barry. So I'm going to move, I think, round to here and open the door, I suspect. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to open that door. Ready to jump in the next turn. So reaction phase. This guy's going to activate. Nobody. Oh, of course. So zombie staggers this way. Zombie staggers this way.
Love it.
It's our door discipline is very, very good, isn't it?
It is.
And then we're going to see what happens. All clear.
Very good.
Oh, it says. With again, don't meet any zombie dogs, and you're fine. There is a symbol there.
Okay. So I think I'm going to open this door
Good.
and go and take a look at our first crest.
Well, again, it may be that we get this completely wrong. We still haven't found the answer of what we're looking for.
We have not, no. So 1. So that would be 2, wouldn't it?
It would indeed. So
And
let's
this now.
let's resolve this.
Yep.
So first one.
Empty.
I like the way
There
you.
is a star symbol.
There's a star symbol, so that does trigger off your ability. So normally, if you were wounded, you'd now heal.
Yep.
You're not. So
So
good to know.
good.
It's unfortunate that came
Might
up
wish
before.
that I had that.
Inefficient.
Yeah, you might wish that I drew that in a moment.
Spawn 1 zombie.
Okay.
Right next to where we.
Yep, because you happen to be standing on the other one.
Yep, and I have 2 more, I think. So if I go here, and then, so how does this work?
Right, so if you're in the same square as this, you can spend an action to reveal these cards in a row and looking for the wind crest.
Right.
Now, if you find the wind crest, you just flip it face up.
Okay.
And that's it. If you don't find the wind crest, then Jamie's going to grab the other one of those cards. He's going to shuffle them all and then lay them all face down again.
Okay, but we haven't done.
Yeah,
any
there's no
yet,
at this point. There's no loss. So
Yeah. Okay. So, but I've only got one action left, haven't I? I might.
you could back into the corner and let the zombie dodge around, or you could shoot the zombie.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether to have a pop at it or not. I think because it's going to come closer to me anyway, and I get the feeling we're going to end up in a bit of a.
Oh, dance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you know? I'm gonna go for it. So.
I like your style.
Similar, you know.
How many bullets would you like to spend?
Well, I'm stuck in a room with it by myself, so a few probably.
Over to you.
So that means I can use 3 dice.
Remember to adjust your handgun dial first.
Yep, I'm gonna shoot the thing.
Handgun dial.
Okay, 10. There you go.
See, Jill was not afraid of blasting away at the zombies.
Evidently not. No. There we go. I almost entirely depleted all of my ammo then.
It's nice.
That would have been bad. There we go.
That was definitely
Very nice.
So you've killed the zombie.
Cool.
You've done 1 damage there. In fact, then you've done the 2nd damage there, and you've pushed it. That's actually quite important because the zombie has a special rule which is called Tough Hide, which is if you defeat the enemy or kill it, you put a corpse in its place.
Okay.
So because you've got that push, you can actually choose where you push it to.
As in where it becomes.
So you probably don't want to push it into your square or onto
No,
here, but
so
you could push it
maybe
over here.
here?
Yep. Okay. And then we'll replace that with a corpse.
Excellent.
Well, you say that now.
Perfectly timed.
Yes. So there's no enemies to actually react to the gunshot. They won't hear you because you're in a relatively enclosed place.
Yep.
Really good. So reaction phase, moving on to that, nothing happening, which is really good. So you do need to now draw a card from the tension deck.
I do. All clear, yep. I am a member of STARS and I have a duty to perform and I'm doing very well so far.
You really are.
Smash cut to Chris.
Yeah, Chris, who's really not so sure about the situation. It's the bit where we hear some radio static and suddenly Chris comes through and goes, "Help me."
Right. I'm going to try and just... I want to try and dodge away, and I want it to hit me so that I can push it out the room.
Well, you couldn't attack it, so because if you make an attack roll, the dog will jump.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a dodge roll and hope I fail it.
Oh.
Okay.
No, you're afraid not.
I dodge it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to B,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use the B item and hope I get a really good weapon to destroy them with.
I like the use of the term "destroy them." There you go. So 1, 2 to go into that same square.
3 to pick it up.
Yep, 3 to pick it
Oh,
up.
sorry. 1 to move, 2 to pick it up.
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
A shotgun.
I think he's in destroying place. He's in the place where he can destroy things.
Give me the
How have you got all of the ammo?
Because unfortunately for us, Chris has found that throwing himself into danger is clearly the right way forward.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
So the shotgun looks, that's quite impressive. There's an interesting thing with the shotgun where if you roll the double hit, one of these, you actually do damage to everything in the same square.
Oh, okay.
So at this point, it might be worth baiting them forward around a little bit. So you could back off, let them close in, and then start unloading.
Oh, yeah, because that one goes too, doesn't it?
Exactly,
so then they'll be in the same square.
Oh, he's in deep in full now.
No, I'm gonna shotgun.
No, I like it. I like the.
Just got my shotgun.
I like your
and I
intelligent
want to
plays.
use it.
I'm not part of this situation.
I'm gonna use my
You're about
shotgun.
as far from this situation as you could be.
It's Ranger's line of sight. Can I see the dog?
You can see the dog.
I'm gonna shoot the dog.
Oh, see now, if there was a zombie in the same square, it'd be really good.
It would be.
It's not. So you've killed the dog. Now the zombie dog doesn't actually have an ability that triggers off of the triggers. It doesn't leave a corpse behind. So good times.
That's gone.
Cerberus is dead. However, because there's a reaction to your gunshot, Jamie's feeling very.
I feel a bit gung ho now.
Let's move that out of the way.
And for my 4th action, we're gonna shotgun again. So I've got to go back this way. Yep. I'm gonna push him into the corner, and then we're gonna blap him.
Was this with
Shotgun.
shotgun?
Yeah.
So interesting thing about the shotgun is it has that rule there.
Mm-hmm.
That rule there is the decapitation rule, unsurprisingly for anybody who knows Resident Evil. That means you have literally blasted its head off its shoulders.
Fantastic.
So this doesn't leave a corpse.
No corpse.
It just leaves a very sad-looking, dismembered body.
Look how successfully.
And he reacts.
He will react to the gunshot.
Next turn.
So that was your 4 actions.
That was my 4 actions.
So now reaction phase.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, you could remember. We don't want to. Do you know? I'm trying. One of these. Let's hope that you don't get more enemies to deal with.
You're lucky. It's all clear. Best keep it that way if you can.
We'll try it. I kind of. It feels like we're at the cusp of possibly. This all feels really sensible until we realise I'm about to walk into this room here. That could be bad. We might go into that room there. That could be really bad. We don't know what's in any of these. It's on that cusp of possibly becoming unmanageable. So let's see what happens, because this deck has been quite kind to us for the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me done though.
All right, I'm feeling brave. Or actually, and this is a good point, I can step into here and explore what's in here and find this other item B. That could be quite interesting. But we still don't know what sequence we've got to push these things in.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't go with the sword key. I could go back through this way, explore here and see if I can find anything, or even go back through this way. I'm very conscious that we're all now in a rooms where we can start to do this, and we could all just start triggering different switches and hope that it's going to work. Not sure it will.
Might.
Might.
We don't have to do it in sequence, do we? We just have to
No,
activate
we have to
them
look.
all.
But again, if we get one of them that's wrong, so let's say, for example, I'm not going to be able to do mine. So Chynna on her next turn decides to push this one. Great, fantastic. There's a wind crest. If you then do yours and there's no sun crest there, then at that point,
Just keep pushing the same buttons until the right sequence comes through.
do you know what? Let's try and brute force this. is what you're saying.
Statistically, it will happen.
We might die first.
In the meantime, I'm going to be sensible and try and deal with these zombies.
Okay.
I think so. 1, 2, 3. And I will take a shot at that zombie because I haven't actually killed anything.
Oh
yet,
yeah,
and
the
it
door's
feels
open.
Feels very appropriately, Barry. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. Fire 2 bullets at the zombie.
Mm-hmm.
I shall certainly take that. So this one here, double hit, will kill this zombie. Unfortunately, that's going to leave a corpse
Turn
behind.
it back into a corpse.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
From whence it came.
I like it. I like this. Good, really good point. This zombie will hear the gunshot and stagger a little bit closer. So effectively, what the corpse did is it shuffled a little bit and then fell over again. And then we are going to react phase, I think. So nothing else is. Yeah, no enemies here. So this zombie is going to come that much closer. Literally like that, zombie noise. And then we're going to draw.
Oh, I saw
That looks
red.
pretty bad. There's lots of symbols.
What's nice is that I'm actually in the appropriate corridor for this as well. Breaking glass. You jump at the sound of breaking glass and prepare for the worst. If this character is on this tile at the end of their next turn, draw an additional card from the tension deck. And because in our case of our particular playthrough, where we'd set the danger level to. So this is one of those interesting cards which we'll obviously discuss in other videos, but there's different effects to this as you go through the game. So one of the things that happens with the tension deck is it evolves over time. Some cards get additional rules added to them and become more dangerous. And obviously sometimes we shuffle new cards in and out of this deck as well. But in this case, much like the original video game, there's a certain corridor which I don't have to describe to any Resident Evil fan where you run down, and in the very first game, dogs just smash through the window and bit you. In the remake, Capcom were very fun with this, and they kind of made a shattering glass kind of effect, which made everybody jump but didn't actually introduce dogs, and put them at ease for the moment. And then the next time you went down, the same thing happened, but now dogs jump through. So that's exactly what this card is doing here. So place a Cerberus on the closest spawn point. Oh dear.
You want the Cerberus?
No, I don't want a Cerberus, Jamie, but
On the closest.
I don't have a choice.
Right in front of you.
As I came down, feeling very clever about myself, that happened. Not the best. So, at least I have a small time to react to that. I see you, Chynna.
I'm just glad I'm...
Yeah, Chynna's having a great time. She doesn't
Yeah.
mind. To be fair, you've killed the zombies that
I
you've
did,
come
yeah.
across. So.
That's true. So I think, just because we haven't seen any of those cards yet, I think I'm going to push the button.
Oh, very brave. Okay.
Go on.
So,
then-
one action to do that. So you can't reach over. So if I,
Yep.
so 1's move into that square. 2 to do it. First one, nope. Second one, nope. Third one, nope. Jamie, if you could.
This is an example of
grab all those.
exactly why that is a bad idea.
Yes, exactly.
So is there a way to find out what the order is?
Yeah, somewhere
other
there,
than brute
somewhere.
force?
That's what I was saying. Somewhere there is a room out here with the actual sequence in there for us to find.
Right.
Unfortunately, we haven't found the switches before we found the
We
room.
found everything else except that.
So that could now be, the wind crest could now be in there.
Push the button.
You could push it again.
Push the button.
I love the,
The angel and devil on the shoulder.
yeah.
I mean, I could do because it's
It's not gonna
Yeah, okay,
necessarily
yeah,
hurt.
let's
It's
go,
actually,
let's push it
economy's
again.
not the best here, but let's have a look.
Oh,
First one.
there we
That
go.
doesn't help us know what the others are.
But the opposite of what happened before, so I'm good with that. I have one action left.
We have one. One light effectively is just lit up on this door. Really, really good.
Okay.
Only another 2 to go. Jamie, now flicking that switch there could be a really interesting decision. I don't know what you want to do.
I know.
I know you're struggling. Anyway, Chynna has done her 1 move
I've
in,
got one
2 to
more.
flip the switch.
One's push it again.
1's push it again.
And then I'm just going to move back towards the door because I think I'm
Probably done
I'm
here.
done causing damage in this room.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a jog back to get where we need to go.
Yeah. So no reaction because there are no enemies in the vicinity. That corpse stays where it is, and then tension.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be all clear.
That's lovely where Jill is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
nothing beyond my own ragged breathing, and I am safe for now. But it's asking me if I'm sure about that, and I don't trust it.
I like the idea you're breathing heavily because you just hammered the button. And then you're
Listening.
Is that an echo or is that the corpse?
Me?
Jamie just starts looking at ammo dials for his
Yeah,
turn.
0.
I like the way that you're just gleefully throwing all of our shotgun ammo away.
Hour.
How are you doing for ammo?
Great. I've got a potential 17 in the handgun, and I've got 4 left in the shotgun.
Okay.
It's good.
Um,
And all the fun that's going to be pushing that Suncrest.
I am going to spend 3 handgun bullets, and I'm going to shoot this zombie in the room with me.
Okay.
For a double push, so he can get out the room.
Or you could push him into the room and then run back out again.
Could.
We do need to start exploring and find out what's in the other places.
If he pushed it into the same place as him, could he then push it past without having
Yeah, absolutely.
to?
Yeah, because it's still a push. So at this point, the decision point, I guess, is you could push it over to into a corner and then just straight run out, shut the door and be done, and then hope we don't need to go back in to where the Suncrest is. You could push it out of the room, shut the door, and then press the Suncrest and hope that that's not going to disrupt the sequence again. Although we are going to be on a bit of a losing trip on that one until we find the actual sequence. We can try and brute force it, but we're going on sheer luck at that point.
I keep thinking that was an item, so that's just an empty room for now.
This one
Just
here.
Yeah.
Well, unless it could well have something in there.
Something in there. Right, let's push him into the corner behind me. One,
Okay.
not going through my square. Then we'll move forwards. Yep, 1, 2, shut the door for 4.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
So tension card.
Attention card. All clear. This is a nightmare.
Yes. Speaking of which, so interesting point on this. There's a special rule on my thing, so it will now do a special attack on the zombie dog if I don't deal with. No, it's not cool.
No.
It's really bad. But I do need to deal with this. So Barry, you're not good at dodging. That's not really a skill you possess, but you do possess a gun. I'm going to move into that square there. I'm then going to throw 3 bullets at this particular canine-shaped problem. See what happens. We'll roll here where Jamie is. Good. So that's not the best. Interesting special rule though. Accurate. When making an attack with a handgun, which I am, Barry treats the large dodge results as a double hit result.
Oh, very nice.
I know, Barry. He's a legend. So, goodbye, Mr. Pucci.
Nicely handled.
However, this zombie is going to stagger a touch closer as a result of that gunshot. So that's 1 and then 2. I think for my next 2 tricks, I'm going to go 3, and I think I'm going to step into the same square as the corpse.
No.
Roll one of these, see whether that corpse stands up. No. So now it's the reaction phase. It's lots of bodies, some of them moving. Over here, and I'll draw a card.
Is there a tension card that lets all corpses stand up?
Well, about that. It's all clear. Low growls torment me. Sinister whispers that bleed from behind closed doors and through thin walls. In this hellish place, there can be little respite, and even less safety. Only moments to catch your breath for as long as you dare. Yep.
Low growls torment you from directly ahead.
Everywhere, really. Just echoing everywhere. There's so many bodies, it could be anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I probably need to come out of this area.
We've still got that item A there, remember?
Oh
so
yeah, so I'm going to grab
useful.
that on the way back and swing back into the main bit. See if we can find the sequence somewhere.
Yes.
So 1. What was that here?
Yes.
Yep.
1, 2, 3 into there, and then 4 to explore.
Okay. To search items. So
Yep.
grab one of the item A cards and see what you find.
Oh, a dagger. Oh, cool. This is like the defense thing.
It's a defense item.
Yeah.
So defense items are quite slightly different to other items. It's a new one for Resident Evil, and they are only used when you actually are attacked by an enemy.
Okay.
So you basically resolve them then.
Okay. So if I like try and evade and fail, I can use this as
exactly.
like a fail safe.
You've got effectively you're going
Okay.
to stab the zombie with
And
it
then
instead of
run
hitting
away.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Awesome. Cool.
And obviously there's different types. You obviously have the dagger there, so they all have different effects. So make sure you read the text on what it says you're going to do.
Yeah,
some
only
of them-
one use as well, because obviously once you...
Exactly, but some like the grenade, for example, will do some damage. The stun gun will push enemies around. So
Okay.
over to you, Jamie. Oh, sorry, tension card. You've just picked up that. Reaction phase, nothing happening there.
Yep.
There's that. We're getting a touch low, but we're probably going to be okay for the
Oh
moment.
gosh, yeah, that times out, doesn't it?
Well, it depends how much hot footing we need to do
It
to
might
get
be a
back.
good thing that you're here in that area.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's not as good in the bunch of
Crimson
series.
Rage. A roar breaks the silence as a foe once dead violently drags itself to its feet, deadly talons raking the walls. Remove the closest corpse and replace it with the crimson head.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to slam that door shut in about a minute.
You are, yes. Now, Crimson Heads are interesting foes in the sense that every time you move, the Crimson Head will move.
Great. I think I'm done now.
You're okay. It does mean there's definitely a really sensible decision or question mark as to whether we want to try and go back to this. So, Jamie, I think we probably want to find the sequence before we risk pressing that button and risk having to go back to the Windcrest room after all.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Okay, so.
Okay. Right, I'm just going to start moving, hot footing it around. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need to shut doors.
No, there's nothing particularly dangerous here, is there? Okay, all good.
All good, no reactions, so we're all clear.
Tremendous.
After all that
clear.
action previously, you've got a little bit of
I killed
breath
everything.
You did. Okay. So, my turn. I don't really want to. I mean, if I start standing and shooting that zombie, then the downside is that every time I do that, there's a risk that this corpse will stand up, which is not the best. So what I think I'm going to do is open this door, run into here. Hopefully there's nothing that I need to necessarily deal with that's going to be too grim, because I'm starting to feel a bit pushed into a corner here with this. So
Yeah.
let's move that out of the way for the time being, Mr. Pucci. So I'm going to, 1, to open the door, and I need to have that to hand. And then the door is open, but because I've done an action on the same square as that corpse, I need to roll a dice.
Oh.
Ooh, close, but no cigar. 2, I'm going to step into that room. So if we have a quick look, where are we? Here, that's number 3. So, number 3, I found the objective room.
Ah,
Also a typewriter.
Nice.
good room.
Very good room. So, feeling very safe and lovely and snug in that room there. So I'm now in there. Right.
2, wasn't it? Shoot.
That was 2.
Or 3.
So let's go 3. I can't shoot, unfortunately, across there. So let's look at the sequence. Right, so 4 to have a look at the sequence. Suncrest. Starcrest.
Okay, the one we haven't found yet.
Well, Suncrest is good. We know that Jamie can possibly go back to where he found. Click
So
that.
I could have pushed the button.
It doesn't matter.
That's the lesson to take.
You know,
from
the sad
it.
thing is, it doesn't matter whether we win or lose this scenario now. Jamie's going to spend forever and a day telling us that he should have pushed the button.
I could have been action economy. I could have pushed the button and then left.
But, you know, you were correct not to bother dealing with that room with the 3 unknown enemies.
Very true, although whatever that might be, just a slightly sad thing.
Yeah, true.
So, there's an interesting question here, Jamie, and we'll get onto that in the meantime. It might be worth Jill to swing back around to get this, since you're on your way.
Yes,
Yeah.
because of Master of Unlocking.
Master Unlocking only lets Jill unlock these
Key
key doors, if one of us already has the key.
Oh, okay.
So, if we find the sword key on the way, absolutely. Okay, so that's my last action anyway. It's now reaction phase. This zombie's going to stagger closer over to here. And then I'm going to draw a card from tension deck. All clear. I am fatigued from running around. Not surprised.
Understandably.
I'm dealing with lots of zombies at this stage.
Yep. So I'm going to move here, and
The Crimson
that
Head will
moves,
move.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, indeed. So it's going to come over to
I'm
here.
going to slam the door in
I
its
don't
face.
blame you. I don't blame you in the slightest.
2, and then 3, 4. I'm
Yep.
definitely getting the heck out of dodge.
Yes. No problem.
Reaction.
Yep. So
Wild
no
cards.
reactions. The zombie, obviously howling from the Crimson Head.
Really need something not to appear directly in my path. 'cause that
Yes.
would be ideal. All clear. I am also fatigued.
There you are. It's
Yep.
been quite tiring running
It
around
has.
this mansion trying to do these things. Okay, Jamie.
Okay.
In Jamie's head, he's thinking,
Can you-
Suncrest's mine.
Can you handle a zombie?
I can handle many
Okay,
zombies.
good.
I'm Barry. Don't worry about that.
Right, I'm gonna stop.
Oh
moving.
yes,
Go.
of course.
1, 2,
Our door management is
3.
now going to come back to bite me.
4. And then in the reaction, doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
Yes, exactly. So that zombie's going to stagger closer to me.
Oh.
It's all right because you're going to make it worse at the moment. At some
Yeah.
point, so.
And
And then tension deck.
that's everything there. Tension deck. Meanwhile,
Oh.
you are not alone in this nightmare, and there are very few places that your allies can hide and wait for your return. They too must survive as best they can. Draw a mission card. After resolving the card, remove this card from the game.
Oh. So missions are a new thing for Resident Evil.
Okay.
And one of the things we really want to represent in the game is this idea that any other STARS members we rescue aren't just, or in this case Rebecca from our core game, aren't just standing around in the main hall kind of, just chilling out, having a cup of coffee from wherever your coffee outlet of choice would be, and generally discussing what to do next. The mansion is a living, breathing place that is dangerous and is alive. So we already talked about and touched on the fact that the tension deck evolves and the encounter deck evolves as you do different things, like leaving corpses behind that animate into crimson heads, as we've seen, or other different things occur. One of these things is missions. So NPC characters, i.e. ones we're not using, are running around the mansion. They are on various different missions. They are doing ammo runs or securing escape routes or clearing out enemies or whatever else.
Cool.
So as a result of this, Jamie, you are going to draw the top one of these
Remove that.
and resolve it.
And we'll find out what's going on elsewhere.
Yes.
Send a sign. Your radio bursts to life, a grainy voice breaking through the static. STAS Alpha E sent me a You reply, but it looks like your radio is broken. Draw cards until this character found 4 or more clues or abandons the mission.
So, if we put this down, so we have one character in reserve at the moment. It's Rebecca. So I'm just going to bring her. Let's put her in front of you. So, what's going to happen now is Rebecca is going to go out on this mission and respond to that radio signal. So this will be interesting.
Okay.
So, you're going to draw these cards, and we're going to see what happens to Rebecca while she's out there, because the same enemies that we might come across, Rebecca might also. So for the purposes of these, we're not interested in what the actual card says, in terms of special rules or what to spawn. We do need to be very conscious of these symbols up here.
Okay.
For each one of these red wound symbols you draw, Rebecca is going to gain a wound. Much like our characters here, she can take 5 before she dies.
Okay.
So be careful.
Okay.
Now you're looking for clues, which is the blue magnifying lens. If I quickly cycle through some of these, I'll find one.
Should I let the people at home know what I'm searching for? Or should we keep that until the very end?
Let's keep that as a secret and see what happens. So, your first card. One quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you can choose to abandon this after we've drawn a card and resolved it.
Gosh.
Now, the worst part for us is that Jamie, as the person who drew this card, gets to make all of the decisions.
Fantastic.
Now, it should be a team effort on this one, and everyone wants it to be a team effort, but at the same time, I've met Jamie and I understand how he plays this game. There is no team in Jamie.
There's a me.
And I.
And I. 1 wound. We'll keep going. She got 4 more.
Poor Rebecca.
2 clues.
2 clues. All good.
So I need what? 2 more?
We need 3.
3.
Okay.
I keep going till I found 4. If I find 3, I've got the thing, and if 2 more ones.
So Rebecca at this point is feeling pretty badly mauled. So it's worth mentioning to both of you, Rebecca will carry these wounds forward. Now obviously not for our playthrough, but if we're playing a campaign game, Rebecca becomes injured by this. And at the beginning of any scenario, we can look at our pool of characters we have in the reserve, and obviously our pool here, and we can switch out characters we want to. But Rebecca, therefore, would start off on the next scenario with appropriate amount of wounds, so her health would not be good. No. So we have to think very carefully about how we want to do this. But I've also, you know what you're potentially moving for. Chynna and I have no idea.
Okay.
But we're pretty sure any Resident Evil veteran will know what that message is. I'm pretty sure that's in the cutscene. Would you like to draw this next card?
Yes, draw the next one.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now, the really interesting point is we just run out of these cards. So now we need to shuffle them. 2 things have occurred, by the way, with this. 1, Jamie has just reset the deck, so now all these enemies that we've previously drawn are back in play.
Yeah.
Which is not so good. On the flip side, you could trigger that.
So Rebecca's either probably going to complete this mission,
or you could stop.
Or you could abandon it.
And in which case we have Rebecca currently sitting in the main entrance hall on danger health, feeling not terribly smart about herself, and then we have to resolve the bad point on that card.
Yeah, but I don't want the bad point to happen. I want to find my favourite character.
Well, the good news for everybody watching is that we're obviously going to tell you what happens either way.
Yeah.
Okay. You feeling bold?
Yeah, go.
Clue.
1.
1 clue.
Oh, come on.
Amazing.
Oh, wait.
You already had 2.
I already did 2.
Jamie?
I'm going to abandon then.
Okay.
I'm going to abandon mission now.
Well, you've found the 3, so that's good.
Yeah.
So basically, you found the 3 clues. Tremendous. So why don't you tell us what happens?
If this character found 3 or more clues, place Brad Vickers in the reserve.
And we have discovered Mr. Brad Vickers. You have saved a STARS member.
Chicken Heart.
Congratulations, we've found Chicken Heart. So Brad will now join Rebecca in our reserve. This is a special reserve character, which is something which we introduced. So I'll quickly go into that in a moment. But firstly, let's just go. So Rebecca is going to limp back to the reserve with her 4 wounds.
Well done, Rebecca.
Well done. You found Brad.
If she'd have failed, and I'd have, if she'd have perished,
That's nice.
Brad Vickers would also have been removed from the game.
Because he's been found by zombies and eaten.
Why I did not want to give up.
That makes sense. I like the fact that we could have, if you'd lost your last wound, we could have lost not only Brad and also Rebecca.
It's worth it.
Apparently so. Well, Brad is the rock star from all 3 of the original trilogies.
He has to survive, otherwise
we have to have Brad.
He can't appear in our other games.
I can't argue with that logic. I can't. So let's quickly touch on the reserve-only characters since we're here. It's not necessarily relevant to this again, but it's worth just mentioning for everybody. So reserve characters are a new type of character we've introduced for this. They are characters which only are able to exist in the reserve. You can't switch out to them in between games.
Yep.
And effectively they may label you, so even if you're playing the core game with 4 characters, all 4 of the actual playable characters, you still have other people you can send out on reserve missions.
Gotcha.
So their cards are really designed to give them lots of stuff, bonuses for doing missions and other stuff like that. So obviously depending on how people are doing with stretch goals when they're watching this, who knows? We may have a different version of Brad, we may not do. Go from there. Well, they might be watching this during the Kickstarter campaign.
Maybe.
Anyway, well done.
Thanks.
Good. So that was your tension deck card?
That was my tension deck card.
Cool, so over to me then in which case. Right, I don't need to be in this room anymore except for that tension deck, which is starting to get a bit low. I think the thing is Barry's not very good at dodging through zombies, so let's try and gun this zombie down. So I'm going to throw 2 bullets at this problem. Let's see what happens right here. It's starting to get a bit dusty over there. Barry definitely finished this zombie off. Unfortunately, I didn't push it, so I've knocked down the zombie in the way of the door that I now need to leave, which is perhaps not the smartest thing I've ever done. But that's a starting point. So I've killed my first zombie. Well, not killed my first zombie, but killed that particular zombie. Do we want me to reset the tension deck at this stage? It's a bit early. We can still get... I think, Jill, you've pretty still got plenty of time to get over to there. So.
Yeah, I'd
You've
say...
got to go through there anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we're not worried about this, then I can go and reset that while you run around to the...
Sure,
So
yeah,
let's do that. So I'm going to move in which case and just sort of basically book it through... Well, I'm going to tiptoe through all of these corpses and see what happens. So 1...
Which is 2 because...
yes, that's true. 2. Oh, good so far. 3. The tension grows. 4. All good.
Barry.
Fantastic.
Never in doubt.
Barry has no fear. Right, so we have no reactions from any of these guys, I don't think. Lots of open doors in the network, though. It's quite good. One of my favourite cards. This one is something where I love this card. I'm pretty sure you guys will like it, but I'm not sure. There are some people who play this game very seriously, of course, and don't appreciate it. Keep quiet. A horde of undead fiends prowl relentlessly nearby, hungry for flesh. Don't say a word, lest they descend upon you. During the next turn, if any player speaks, the active character must immediately draw a tension card. Discard this card at the end of the next turn. Do we think China laughing?
That's not speaking.
What do we think?
I think it was after the card was drawn.
Okay, we'll let you go on that one.
Thank you.
Okay. Now you can imagine if you're trying to work out what you're going to do when you're surrounded by zombies, that's a much more severe card to happen.
Yeah. Or if I was still in the Suncrest room before we knew what the thing was.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Okay, right. Chris is gonna just make his way through here. So 1, 2, 3, and then.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say that's one of those. There's your encounter card.
An ominous feeling settles within you. Immediately draw a tension card.
Ooh.
Crimson Rage. Remove the closest corpse and replace it with a crimson head.
Is that the one you're standing on top of?
Hello.
Sad face.
And then I've still got another action.
Let's just go for... Oh, Barry, unfortunately, with his very arm stretched out, he's going to shoot over his shoulder a first time round. I am not prepared for this.
I have a 4th action. So I'm going to be kind.
You are.
And shut the door.
Shut this door.
Yep.
Here's a growling from the opposite end of the corridor. Oh, I don't know what it's
Close the door.
Shut the door. Don't like that.
Don't like this.
Amazing.
Tension card, no reactions.
Yeah, that's possibly going
miss
to slow me down getting to that typewriter, so we'll have to see what we get to.
We're all clear.
Are we? Are we really?
All good.
Because I'm not convinced I am.
Everything's fine.
Chris is fine.
Yeah, Chris is
All
fine.
clear in that corridor.
Yes. That's hit our tension card economy is fraction.
Yeah.
Do I think I want to perhaps go back? I might do. Because
I like that you just like
any unexpected
waltzing through corpses.
Well,
I've made my way out. Oh
yeah,
no!
I'm
Alright,
very
time to go
conscious.
back.
Yeah. Don't like it down here. Well, I'm very conscious that any further random pulls from the tension deck, which can happen as a result of these, bearing in mind you're going to be exploring into some of these unknown areas, could mean that suddenly we're running out of time.
Yep.
What do you think, team? If I go back to take care of that while you run up this way, Chynna?
Yeah, I would say so. Just while you're in that area.
It's going to be a lot of turns before.
Yeah, exactly. My
You can make it
concern.
there, so.
Yeah, if we're looking at that. I'm not a big fan of counting the tension deck to see how many we've got, but I'm seeing that get a bit low. All right, let's shoot this particular Crimson Head. Also, my handgun ammo is starting to run a touch low. Oh, I have the extra ammo in. I'm Barry, of course. I carry spare bullets. So that's a hit. It's not the best for me. That's going to do 1 damage. Unfortunately, Crimson Heads can suffer 2.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh. So I think... let's try and dodge. I need to try and conserve ammo, especially if these corpses are going to stand up. So I'm going to roll 1 dice, because unfortunately my evade is not good. Barry does not care for
I believe in Barry.
You should believe in Barry. Barry's made a successful dodge. So Barry has moved away, but it does need to roll to see whether this tension card, this zombie will stand up.
Oh.
It will not. It's very grim here. It's a very, very bad place. So that's 1, 2, 3 to move through this door and land on this corpse. Oh. And then 4, I think, to shut that door for them.
Should he not follow
good
you?
point. He will follow me. I think I will definitely be shutting that door at that stage and then wondering what my next move will be. So yes, I've shut the door and the corpse didn't stand up. Just me hanging out on top of this body. So reaction phase, I don't have to worry for the moment.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
That door's open.
Oh dear.
So would the Crimson Head not... oh no, wait, sorry, there's no reaction
no
because it's
reaction
not on a
just yet.
connected tile.
No, that's a China problem.
Yeah, it's a future problem.
So, on the plus side, the text on this card. Low growls torment me. Sinister whispers that bleed from behind closed doors and through thin walls. Yes. Sadly, the Crimson Head is whispering to me. Well...
That's really sinister.
It really is, isn't it? I don't think it's careless whisper. It's not George Michael, so unfortunately it's going to be a bit grim.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting over the fact that I couldn't speak last time, but I can talk now.
Yeah. Well, now we're whispering, is the point.
Okay, sorry. Carelessly.
I love the cinematics of what's about to happen.
Yes, sadly so do I. There's the zombie that's just whispering sweet nothings to me, and it goes on my door.
1.
2. Jamie saw this coming. 3. If only this door opened.
I don't have enough left to shut the door.
Crimson Heads are scary.
I don't... Okay.
So, where else? Our Crimson Head card, it's may have migrated somewhere. It's somewhere. We'll find it. In the meantime, please...
That was zombie dog.
It is indeed the Crimson Head card. So yes, Crimson Heads have... what it's doing is the Feral Chase one. There's also a special effect that it does, which is worth relevant if there's cards on top here. But at the moment, you're okay.
At the moment, I'm okay.
Yeah, so that was your 3rd action or 4th action?
4th.
Okay. Yeah. So in the reaction phase, good for you, it doesn't get an extra speed because there isn't a special effect here, so it's only going to end up moving 1 towards you. And then 1 of these.
All clear. We have flashing lightning, and I'm not sure that the sound belongs to trees after all. I've got a good feeling it's the thing in front of me, probably, that's making the noise.
Chasing you down. Yeah, I think I like where you were going with that, Jamie. Good foresight seeing that happen. It was good.
Me?
Yes.
Right.
I'll move this.
Oh god, that door's shut.
Yes.
Kick it open.
Jamie feels the need to open that door suddenly for some reason.
Right, I'm going to move and then go into this main room. I think. So move.
Yep.
1. Open.
And just
2.
looking at that, that's going to be card 5. And that's, in fact, I'll put that over there because we'll need that for this other part here. Possibly. Card 5. You have found the Starcrest room.
Very good.
Which is the last one we need.
Can you guys remember the order? Or does it not matter?
The order doesn't matter, which is good.
Okay, good.
What we do need to do is it has 2 of those in it, and you're now in there. So sorry, you moved here. 1.
Yep.
2 to open the door. 3 to step through.
3 to step through.
Here you are. Your first one.
1 corpse.
That's not so bad.
It's been worse.
Until not for the corpse. Obviously, it's not great for them.
Empty.
Oh. Stars. You are just
not yet.
Once again, it's unfortunately come that slightly out of sequence for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just gonna walk.
Just casually wander this way.
To here.
Move slightly further.
One of those.
And then attention. Cornered. A vicious snarl sends a shiver down your spine as you realise your foe has found you once more. Locate the closest tile where there are enemies but no characters. Remove the enemy on the tile at the highest threat level and place them on this character's tile on the closest symbol. It should be here.
Thank you for that.
You are
I knew I should have opened that door.
You are a hero, not perhaps the one that we needed, but the one that we have.
Genuinely a little bit.
Chris has had to do everything this
I feel this.
Hang on a minute. Who did that?
This Crimson Head has really sort of sold itself. It kind of goes. It's like literally, I slam the door in its face. It comes running down here towards you. Suddenly here's Chris and just goes storming off this way. Mm-hmm. Could be worse. Could have been that one. 1 turn later, and now you have to deal with 2 of them.
Yeah.
So my turn. I'm going to go to here, and then I'm going to spend an ink ribbon. Chynna, if you could discard one of those tokens, since you are Lord of our ink ribbons, and that shuffles this tension deck. So
loads of time now.
This will, loads of time. Downside.
All that can happen again.
Yeah.
I can't believe that just happened. I was like, how am I going to get through this door? And then it mysteriously teleported away.
It's all right. Captain Shotgun over here is, I'm pretty sure, going to deal with it very
I'm
quickly.
all right.
Captain Shotgun.
That's my name.
Well, you're pointing the wrong way.
Yeah, hasn't realised.
I've not noticed it yet.
Okay.
Okay, so that's done. So that's 1. Now I have to dance once more through. And this is removed. 2. Yep. 3 to open the door. Mm-hmm. And because I'm doing another action that ends in that corpse.
Showing you're on fire.
And then 4. Either that or alternatively, they really are just dead people. They really are just corpses. So that's that done. So reaction phase, we do have a whole bunch of open doors, but nothing happening here. Nothing happening there. And obviously that one is fortunately shut for you, Jamie. So just a card from the tension deck. All clear.
Good.
In times to come, this evening will define you. How you overcame the challenges ahead. Well, I watched them run away. I watched them go after Jamie in Chynna.
Went and hid in that room until it chased me instead.
I took care of this. Jill, I took care of this situation. There's a reason why people aren't quite sure about Barry during the duration of this game.
So, I also enjoy how your path is just littered with open doors.
I close the ones I need to.
Okay, so I'm going to head this way, I think, to get to
that makes sense.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's good.
And we're in here.
So we have no enemies to worry about to speak of. You do have one of those.
As of yet.
Yeah, as of yet.
All clear. We've got some flashing lightning and shadows, but nothing that's going to ambush me just yet.
Okay.
You get all clears and get teleporting Crimson Heads.
So, Jamie, what's your solution to this Crimson Head situation?
Shotgun. Excessive force.
Shocking.
No.
Okay.
Let's find out.
Phew.
So what does the shotgun say?
So this is 1 damage.
Oh, so you blast it. The Crimson Head has 2 wounds. That's enough to finish this off.
Yep.
Nice work
That's
until
great news.
it stands up again. Crimson Heads don't leave corpses, so you're all good there.
Brilliant. And then I'm going to move over and push that button.
Excellent. Boop. You can reveal the card. So first one. Nope. Second one. There you are. Tremendous.
So push, move, shoot, and let's start leaving.
Right. I think we're on the straight, on the home straight. We think.
We think.
We hope.
All clear. And due some good luck.
So I can run off over here. I mean, one thing that's very worth us mentioning again, because obviously this is our just simple standalone, straightforward run. We don't know what's in these rooms here or in here, so it's interesting to see we're possibly leaving a bunch of resources behind.
Yeah. And if this were like a campaign, it'd
And
be
then
stuff
obviously
where,
they could be
like,
precious.
yeah.
Sword key in particular is nice, and where that might be something where you find it, and if you're later on missions,
Well,
it helps you.
could
out.
help
you need it
helps you
here.
in
Yeah.
rooms.
And that's just on this one scenario.
Yeah.
There's quite a few different locks,
Yeah.
keys from the sword key. But at the same time, I'm very happy to reconvene with you guys in this area off this way. So let's do that.
Okay.
So 1, 2, sure, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to here, I think. So that's fine. Draw. No reactions. All clear. Dust falls from above in a thin trail, accompanied by the thump of footsteps. They're on the hunt, looking for you. But for now, you're mercifully alone and free of foes. Keep it that way if you can.
Like we get a choice.
So our end condition is that we all have to be in the.
We all have to be in here with no enemies.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
right,
we-
yeah,
so
of
if we
course. It's
start-
not just this, is it? We've got to then
Yeah,
get
we've gotta get out.
back. Right, okay, hence reconvening.
Yeah, so Chris and I are going to be doing okay.
Sure. Well, I'll just continue.
Yeah,
This way then.
Well, you were really good at securing this win so far. So.
Oh,
Aren't you glad all these doors are open?
I am,
Right,
yeah,
see,
thanks.
so much faster.
Yeah. Unholy vigour possesses the undead as they hurl themselves toward you in a stumbling run. During the next character's reaction phase, all enemies move 1 extra square.
We should be okay.
And you meet other enemies. Hey, there shouldn't be anything to worry about too much at this point, which is good. So pass it over to you. In fact, I'm just going to drop it down there because it's easy to remember.
Okay. All right, Chris is going to just make it back to that main room. Should I go searching for?
We've got time.
Yeah, because you've got to get there and get back. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go searching. There.
We're looking for resources at this stage.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. No reaction phase, so lurch forward isn't going to be an issue.
This is ridiculous. Crimson Rage. Remove the closest corpse and replace it with a crimson head. Is it not this one?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's
Well
almost like you
spotted.
should have closed the door.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I like the way that there are many cards in this, but
They're all gravitating
yeah,
towards Chris.
there's not that many Crimson Rage cards in the deck, but I like the way you found them all. Well done.
Multiple times.
Good job.
Secret objective.
Secret objective. Lord of the Crimson Heads.
Yep. I mean, that is my turn.
It was quite a turn. So let's kind of help you deal with this. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Chris. 4. Yeah. Not knowing. Hey, Chris, I heard you were coming this way. Completely not realising that there's a zombie just comes steamrolling down there. And then reaction phase. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was the move, wasn't it? So then it's going to react to there. All clear. I can hear trees rustle outside, swaying on the wind. The longest of their branches tickle the window panes, scratching like nails. Not sure, as you said, this is actually the wind. Lightning flashes and a long shadow stretches over the floor. Suddenly, you're not so sure the sound belongs to trees after all. It's quite apt, that card, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm now going to have to deal with this, aren't I?
You say that, I've just realised something else is going to happen in a minute as well. Cool. Feel free to go with your time.
I don't want to now.
You should do. You have to, or else we're going to run out of time. One. This is all connected.
Oh, that's bad for you.
Yes, it is.
Open the door for 3. 4.
So it doesn't attack and it just stays because it's like it's found somebody.
It's found somebody. So that's in that phase there. So now it's reaction phase. So over here, this zombie's going to stagger closer. However, this one is going to try and attack me with my glorious 1 dice to evade. Unfortunately, that's going to hit me. So there's no special effects here or anything. The Crimson Head, literally when it hits me, just does the 1 damage and its normal attack. So I will drop down. I have taken damage. I do get to push it away though. Barry has a special rule here where when he gets hit by an enemy, he can push away every enemy in his square.
Cool.
But obviously there's only the 1 at this moment, so I'm going to quickly push this away back through here. So we have some options of what's going to happen next.
Okay, I think we've done the reaction then, yeah.
Can't be another Crimson Rage card.
All clear, member of stars and have a duty to perform. I'm just on a mission, me.
You
I'm
really
like
are.
pushing.
You really are. You know exactly where you're going.
You guys can deal with the actual
Yes,
zombie.
I'm just going to cinematically turn around and point my gun at this thing right about now. Come on, Jamie, let's do this thing.
Right, I'm going to do the well-known long-range shotgun.
Oh.
Right over your head.
Yeah. Fortunately, there's no friendly fire in this game.
Yeah. All the buckshot just like comes perfectly past Barry and into the Crimson Head. That's 1 damage and a splatter.
So that means it does the same damage to every enemy in the same row.
Yeah.
Sorry, same square.
We'll do it again.
How many shotgun shells have we got left now?
This is my penultimate.
Oh, okay. Let's hope we don't find... That's
2
enough.
more damage.
Oh, there you go. You've really killed it.
Get out of here.
Nice work.
Then we'll open the door and walk in.
And I'll just open the door and feel like a pro.
Oopa.
Okay, so let's just quickly grab those, because that's going to be the same thing. That'll be our last remaining one of these, which is, oh, you found another typewriter and another 2 rooms.
Nice.
And more precisely, the room where you're in now, you've discovered, well, unfortunately, you've discovered a couple of enemies, but you've also discovered an item A. So where's that item A?
In here.
Just up
Oh,
here.
sorry. Yeah.
And then that's actually got one of those for the sake of doing this properly. There you go, first one.
Crimson Head.
Empty.
Oh.
Oh,
And the second one?
there you go. I'll take care of that for you.
A zombie dog. Let's come on in, Papa.
So now it's the reaction phase. Now it's the reaction phase. The lovely Poochie's going to come and for petting or whatever else.
I've got 1 shotgun shell left and it's got that Cerberus' name on it.
Okay.
You only got 1 shot.
Oh yeah. This, oh for goodness sake. Cornered. Locate the closest tile where there are enemies but no characters.
Oh god.
Remove the enemy on the tile and place him on the characters tile. You're kidding. What is my day?
I shouldn't laugh. That's your fault for leaving it there. Let's blame you for that one.
I had it nicely ensconced in this room.
Do you know the bit where we kind of said, I think this is going all right, and the bit will probably go a bit bad towards the end? Yeah. How many shotgun shells did you have left?
1.
There's 2 enemies.
Sort of a sad sob, like 1.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Barry, time to save the day and return the favour.
Thanks.
First thing I'm going to do is reload my handgun magazine. So I'll spend an action. Pass that over to there. We'll do. Because Barry knows to enter a zombie situation with spare ammunition. And then we'll spend 3 bullets trying to shoot that Poochie for you.
Thanks.
Isn't that going to make the Crimson Head?
Yeah, but then it just walked into line of Barry.
So, because Barry treats these as a wound, that is going to go blasted back to there and then pretty much hit this wall in spectacular fashion and explode into many pieces.
Out the window.
Exactly. That's going to come closer. And then I'm going to take another shot because
Very cinematic, just leaning down the hallway.
Barry's a hero. Just steps in and says, I have this, and then just blasts away. So that does a push with one of those. That one I can't treat as anything, but that one I do treat as a double hit, which does 1 damage. So that's going to blast it. Let's just shoot it back again to this place here, I suspect. That's 1 wound. So that was, what, 2 actions?
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah, you just...
Okay. Barry, who's especially
Thanks, Barry.
effective against living things, will blast once more.
These are unliving things.
Very, very effective against anything. Barry just blasts this thing into nothingness.
Thanks, Barry.
Well done, Barry. See, and you guys doubted me. Okay. And then now...
I'm really sorry. Should that not have... Those 3
Oh,
shots?
really good point. Yes, this one should all come closer to there as part of the reaction.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten it's all connected.
Oh, all the doors are open.
They are. So for my last action, I'll just shut that door for you.
Like, you could have done that at the start if you were paying attention.
I really could have. I was more concerned about saving you,
Yeah,
Chris.
thank
You
you.
were in trouble. I
Only
couldn't
think
need those
about one
extra shots.
person at once. Wow.
All right, Jill, I'll leave you to it if you want. Yeah. So, last thing to do. No reactions now because these guys are all toast. All clear.
Sweet.
It's lovely here.
It's great.
So
Thanks, Barry.
there's bodies everywhere and bullet holes, but yeah, it's all good.
I'm wondering if I can just like evade, go
Yeah.
to the button.
Yeah, and then dodge pass back again.
Try
That's
that
not the worst
instead.
idea.
Just conserve a bit of ammo because I did shoot earlier. I think I'm only on like 10 now. Although it's probably better than you.
I've got 6 bullets left.
I've got 9 in the handgun and a reload.
Okay, well I'll evade past it and then shoot it on the way out.
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Okay, so I think I need 2 for evade, don't I?
Yes, you do.
So we shall see how well that goes. Yep, managed. So that's 1, 2.
Yep,
And then I can push that, can't I, for 3?
you can indeed.
So that'll flip that. Fit that for me.
This door is now unlocked. So,
Unless someone were to go crush the moon. Rest.
I would like not to have to put that back.
Chaotic.
If you can.
And this is going to come one towards me, isn't it?
It is.
But I'm going to... Oh, it's fine. I'll move there. We'll
Okay,
good.
so reaction phase. This zombie's going to stagger into the same square as you. Oh, interesting. Ooh, unfortunately not.
Oh.
So the top card here, so the zombie will actually do its special attack,
Oh, yeah.
which is range 1. So you have to make your evade roll. And regardless of whether you succeed or not, the zombie's going to move into your square as a result of this. Nicely done.
Very good.
All good.
Cool. Deathly rasp. A sinister growl echoes from the walls, dripping with malicious intent. But where is it coming from? Are you under attack? Draw an encounter card. I'm probably about to find out. I don't know.
You are a little bit. I mean, it could be that thing that's making the deathly rasp, to be fair.
Spawn 1 zombie. Okay.
I don't think the crimson is really what you need. Well, this is all suddenly looking a bit
A little bit worse.
murderous, isn't it?
Yep.
They're starting to break in.
That's fine.
That's fine. Like, at this point, the boys just run into this room. and get into it.
I'm going to be greedy though. I'm just going to grab this item before.
Can you? Oh yeah, you've got those items. You're all good.
I've got space. Move one here. Search this.
Yep.
for This item. A green herb.
Really, really good.
Subs 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4. Let's go, Barry.
Let's go, Barry. Yeah, this went really well. Says Barry. Cool.
My attention.
Yeah, sorry, your attention, Decker.
All these doors are open. So
this
no, they
one's
don't.
shut.
You shut it, didn't you?
Yeah. See.
All clear.
Thank you for that.
So no worries, I'm about to open it, so don't worry too much. So my turn, I'm going to open this door, and I'm going to show you if I can come and help you, I guess, or secure our escape route. That's what we've done. 1, 2. Would you like me to shut that door so I'm not triggering lots of reactions from you getting mobbed by zombies?
Yeah.
Or should I just come and help you by killing these zombies for you?
I
What?
think I can probably evade them. I have confidence in that.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jill, I followed
That
your
was your
advice.
fourth.
That was my fourth action. So now let's draw one of these. All clear. There are still footsteps above, but for the moment they're up there and we're down here, so it's all good.
Cool. So, if I evade and move there, these don't react to movement like
Well, that's
crimson
correct,
heads
not like a crimson
do
head.
they? So I could possibly just get out and
Yeah, you
shut the
pretty
door.
much, I think...
Probably a smart move. I would like
sure.
to blow some heads off, but
Well,
it
then why
feels
don't
like
you?
well, try and hit them.
Yeah, you could shoot them.
Will they hit me back?
That one will if you miss it, yeah.
Oh, I have a lot of bullets and health left. I'll try. Okay, we'll go 2 bullets then. So
Fair enough.
8.
Jill's going to finish with a flourish.
I am. I know. I've just been doing all the like mechanical stuff. I'm gonna
At the flash forward.
not
we
do
see
anything apparently, apart from get hit. And
Jill
So-
die.
Yeah, so unfortunately you're going to get hit. You've hit the zombie a couple of times, hasn't really done much. So first thing's going to happen is it's going to hit you with a wood, so you're going to take 1. You get to push it as a result of that. So you can push it into any adjacent square. And then Jamie knows what's happening.
Does he?
Yes, he does. So,
that's
and then the
right.
good news is this one is going to come closer to you because of the, because of the
So they
gunshot.
just sort of
Yeah,
dance
conga lines around.
around each other. Okay, well that was 1.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna try again. Just in
More
case.
ammunition.
Yeah, so that'll put me to 6. Now we're all on even footing.
Oh, good point actually on that last one.
Oh
Should
yeah,
use the
could
thing.
have used that, couldn't
So
I?
in which case, there, and you've just, let's have a quick look at the text.
Yep.
So if this character fails an evade roll, they can discard this card to ignore the effects of the attack. So before we
fail
do...
an evade roll though.
no, she didn't actually.
No,
made
I
that
was
up.
attacking
Yep,
him.
so you're
But if
still
that
there.
happens this time,
Well, this
will.
is an attack roll, so...
But I've
you
just
roll
got
this.
it.
So this zombie is dead.
yes.
Leaves a corpse for you. Yep, leaves a corpse.
Can kill some things.
And this one staggers closer. So now you've got a bit more of a decision point. So obviously, if you attack that zombie, after you've done it, you have to roll one of these to see whether it's going to stand up or not. So that might change your decision point. It might not be. It might be you want to shoot that zombie as well.
Yeah, I'm feeling like living dangerously.
Okay. How many bullets you got left?
I have 6 left.
Oh, there you go. See, you've been
So-
fine.
Yeah, we're doing 2 at a time apparently, so that's my...
That's your decision point.
Yep.
Let's
It
do it.
feels less bad than 3.
Yeah, makes sense. So you got to push.
Yep.
So you can push that zombie into any adjacent square.
Push it out of the way.
Then you get to roll one of those. Oh, you've got one of your own. Well, there you go. Whatever.
It's done it so many times for you where it hasn't.
Yep. You're all good.
Okay, good, cool. How many was that?
That was
3,
your
wasn't
third.
it? So now I can just go 4.
Yep, perfect.
Cool.
Okay, so reaction phase. The zombie's going to come closer. Tension phase.
Oh, give it to me then. What?
Who flourished? Here?
Flourish.
All clear.
Yep.
Good.
Jill's a pro.
Yep.
She's not worried at all.
Nope.
Over to you, Chris.
I'm just gonna close the door. 1, 2. Close the door. Wasn't raised in a barn.
Yep, fair enough. No reaction phase, so
Nope. All clear.
it's pretty good. You don't need help from me on this turn, do you?
I don't think so.
Okay, in which case I'm going to open this door. And Barry is going to go hang out in this room here. 1, 2. At this point, I'm going to stop to reflect. It's lovely.
Just waiting for everyone else to catch up.
So I skip my next 2 actions. There's no reaction phase, and then I'm going to draw. All clear. We do have a symbol here.
Yes,
We've also drawn a lot of all clears.
we have.
This final run, maybe let's just do it quickly before before that runs down a bit too
Yeah,
much.
I actually have 4 bullets and no more ammo.
So is that a change from Resident Evil 2? Because sometimes there were like safe rooms that once you got there you didn't draw cards.
No.
That's still okay.
So we have some. There are some where we do have that.
Yep.
Although not in this particular scenario. So.
Cool. Okay.
Sorry, I was going to jump ahead then. Go back to my turn.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, and then 3, 4.
Seems good.
Yep.
So we have no reactions because you shut the door on that guy. One of those. Let's hope this is not the point where it's going to go bad.
Nope. Still good.
Nice. Okay, Jamie.
Okay.
I think we're on the home straight.
Yeah.
Famous last words, obviously. And you could helpfully open this door for Chynna, maybe. No, I don't like this idea.
I can do it and then move in. Oh, yes.
Yeah, we've got to be very conscious. We can't have any enemies on our squares.
All clear.
Okay.
Sherwin?
Let's open the door for Chynna. Let's be a gentleman. 1, 2. Sorry, where was I? 1, 2, 3. There's also a logic to my madness. Actually, I'm going to step into here because if I spawn enemies, I don't want them to be in the same place as here. So that could cause us a headache. Put that back there. Tension card. It's all clear, although low growls torment me. Sinister whispers. I can still hear. I guess this corpse here whispering at me.
The one that refuses to reanimate.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will go 1, 2, 3, 4. We are. Yep.
Wrong one.
Nope. Yeah. How about we're all clear?
Please be all clear.
Yeah. Please be all clear. We're all good.
Yeah.
We're safe.
We are.
Last final run.
Let's final run.
Okay.
Tempted just to be a absolute jerk. Slam this door in your face. Run in. And I could shut this door, but that would actually make an impact, so I'm just going to get out of the way.
Okay. Okay. Let's just hope you don't get any bad cards for the next couple of moves.
All clear.
Okay, so it's down to pretty much this for my turn. So I'm going to open this door, run in here, hope I don't spawn any enemies on our stone, or otherwise we have a bit of a battle to finish. And we're starting to burn through that tension, Dex. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
That's okay. So your turn, Chynna.
Yep.
And I think we're going to be done.
2.
Perfect.
Cool.
Success.
We did it.
Fantastic. Well done, guys. Really, really good.
Very good.
So that's our Resident Evil 1 playthrough. Fantastic. Well done. You're the first survivors to have done this outside of playtesters and Steve and I designed. So excellent work.